Making a film involves a lot of research. My art class and I chose Marco Polo and his travels as the subject of our film, and our school library was a treasure trove of information. I shot color slides so as to have a pictorial record of the class's activity. Later, they proved to be helpful for this film. In the library, we researched how things looked in Marco Polo's time, and we made sketches. To make the figures of the people and the animals, we used papier-mâché. Lots of thought and experimentation went into making figures and objects, for on the screen, they had to give the impression of movement. This boat was pulled by a thin string, while our camera ran continuously. For some figures, we invented a way to give the illusion of movement. We fitted them with plug-in legs. A figure with one set of legs would be photographed for 2 or 3 frames. Then we'd move the figure slightly, plug in new legs, and shoot 2 or 3 more frames. The result? Motion on the screen. We experimented with wire figures.
And here's Marco Polo himself.
Our classroom was the studio.
And the workshop, too.
The camera was lent to us. Everybody learned to use it. Each time a scene was ready, we filmed it. Everyone took part in the film project in his own way, contributing his personal style, his personal interests. Everyone felt free to experiment with all kinds of materials and all kinds of ideas. One student even invented elaborate figures that would move mechanically. And now, let's travel with Marco Polo. Oops, a little touch-up on the Venice set.
We're in Venice, Italy, in the year 1261. Venice at that time was a busy seaport.
Here's Marco Polo. He is about to go on a long voyage with his father, a rich merchant. The first part of the voyage was to Baghdad, by ship and overland. Here is Baghdad. After some time in Baghdad, Marco Polo and his father continued their travels on to China.
It was called Cathay in those days. It was a perilous journey. There were bandits and fights. Over the mountains of Kashmir, they had to travel on yaks. They saw many mountain goats. And they passed before giant Buddhas carved out of the mountainsides.
They crossed the hot, dry Gobi Desert. At night, they thought they saw evil spirits.
People were very superstitious in those days. And here they are arriving in China.
Marco Polo got to see the Great Khan, the ruler of China. They became friends.
Marco Polo was entertained at the Khan's palace.
The Great Khan took Marco Polo everywhere.
In his honor, there was even an elephant parade of 5,000 elephants. This is the Great Khan's personal astrologer. He read Marco Polo's horoscope.
Marco Polo also got to go on a tiger hunt. He got to see many strange people. Marco Polo saw mythological animals.
Not really, but he thought he did.
After many years, Marco Polo and his father prepared to return home. The voyage took many years and led them through India.
When they arrived back home in Venice after 24 years, scarcely anybody knew them, but they must have been glad to be home.